You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Hey,
great.
Derek.
Are we gonna have nicknames for each other each episode?
You're
I think
great.
we should.
You're great.
I'm Underboob. That's the original. That's the OG. So you're Nev Nips. I'm Underboob.
Oh wait, let's not give away the studio production value we have here.
It's pretty low.
You're probably going to sing anyway, so you might as well just use
That's
that
a
part,
good
you
point.
know?
It's Michael Edward Coletta.
It's your first name.
It's my whole first name. It's
What's your middle name?
hyphenated.
You're great.
You're great, damn
You're
it.
great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
That's been so long since I've been able to do that.
In person today.
Yeah.
Face to face.
Socially distant.
Socially distant.
Yep. Here we are. Welcome to the Hug Life Podcast. I'm Mike Meets Wet Scaletta.
I am Monica Veggie Farts Nevy.
And this is our podcast. It's full of fun and happiness, and you need it.
And veggie farts.
Yeah.
I think veggies make me fart more often than other things.
I think that's a thing. I think
Veggie toots are a thing.
Well, I know that, like dark vegetables, leafy greens, if you will.
Have you had enough leafy greens?
Yeah, are full of fiber, so that has a lot
Make
to
you
do with
toot?
your tutor. And meats and dairy, unless it is the animal skin, don't have much. So it would make sense to maybe be a little bit more flatulent.
Little flatulence?
Yeah.
I love a good fart. I was actually sitting in the living room the other day. I was sitting on the floor, and Katie and I were watching TV, and I let out a loud one, and she was like, "Did you just melt the floor?" And I laughed so hard at that. I laughed so hard. There's a hole in the floor. We got to go call floor people now.
I've seen Mike laugh, hard quite a few times, but nothing I've ever made you laugh harder than farts. Something to do with farts. Someone farting.
It's the best. It's the greatest thing in the world.
I mean, yeah, maybe the hardest I've seen you laugh is that time that Kira farted.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
Oh my God. Even mentioning it, he's going to lose his shit.
Look on her face too, and she did it because she surprised herself.
Well, no, this was the thing. Cameron, so she had an injured back at the time, and Cameron was trying to help her with something, and she just said, "I think I'm going to fart." So the fact that she said it out loud and you still thought it was so funny made me laugh, and then we all were laughing at you, which was hurting her back more because she was laughing at you. Because she said it, and Cameron was like, just do it. It doesn't matter. And we were all like, yeah, just go for it, And then she did, and it was so a substantial fart, too.
Oh,
it
it had a lot
wasn't
of heft.
Yeah.
Hefty
It wasn't
farts.
just a little toot. It was a whole thing.
It was
And
a
then
horn.
we all laughed, but then it was the fact that Mike could not control himself. That just,
Farts are always
just
the funniest
continued.
thing.
Yeah. And then I believe she peed on herself a little bit because she couldn't get up. I felt really bad for her at the time, but I also
didn't.
couldn't stop
I was
laughing.
laughing so hard.
I couldn't stop laughing. Okay, hold on.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Beautiful, perfect things.
Okay, well, what do you have coming up, my friend?
I have a show with you on November 13th
Yes.
at Four Horsemen Brewery in Covington, Washington. I guess it's like Covington, Kent border. It's Pacific
Yeah, I put it on
Raceways.
my calendar today, so it
So,
said Kent, but whatever.
So that's on the 13th. You can get tickets for that on Eventbrite. It's a private event, which is why we're able to do it, which is exciting. It's outdoors.
Yes, it'll be safe.
Safe, outdoors. There,
And
you
the
can get dinner
tickets-
with it too.
I was going to say, the tickets come with dinner. Do they come with a beverage?
I think you
Because
get...
they got fancy beers. I was looking at it today when I was putting
They do. They have really
the
good beer.
link on my website. And yeah, they had, and some seasonal ones. There's a pumpkin one and stuff too.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
My
I'm
friend
excited.
Dane makes them. They're real good.
Oh, hey, Dane.
This is all an inside job, this whole show. I went to high school and college with Dane. He knows what he's doing. It's going to be a really fun time. It's kind of a ways away, but I will be doing the Helium Comedy Club in Philadelphia with Kelsey December 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But that's in Philadelphia. Never been there before. Going to eat cheesesteaks every day.
Nice.
Every day I'm
some
cheesesteaking.
Some friends, some listeners that might show up if they're allowed to. Some Philadelphia peeps.
Some Philly people?
supporters. Yeah.
Some Philly steak people.
Oh, what's that called? I forget.
It's called a Philadelphia cheesesteak is what it's called.
Okay, I got it.
You got it? Okay. So What about you? What shows do you got coming up?
This Sunday, the 8th, I believe. Is that the 8th? I'm doing the Everett Comedy Show, but the virtual version. Me and Kermit Apio will be
God,
on
I
there.
love Kermit so much.
Yes, classic.
Yeah,
Love him.
classic
That's what everyone thinks when
Kerms.
they're like Kermit Apio. They're like,
Do you guys
yes,
want some
bitch.
classic Kerm?
You guys remember him? We talked about pie.
Oh, God, I love pie. That was... Sorry, my voice got so loud. Easily the greatest food recommendation I've ever gotten.
Oh, him.
He was like, when you go to Kauai, there's a bakery. They have little koi pie. Get it. And I went, and it was genuinely mind-blowing.
He nails it when it comes to
It's
like he gave
so
me a
good.
pizza place and all these other places when I was in Hawaii as well. So,
Gosh,
anyways, lovely
Kermit.
gentleman. It'll be me and him. Then I'm at the Four Horsemen Brewing on that Friday.
With Brad
with
Upton.
Brad Upton, yes,
then-
Mr. Upton also.
A ding-dong.
Yep, Ding Dong hosting it. Anything else? I don't
Ding-dong
know.
hostess.
My
Anybody? Is this thing on?
hostess Ding Dongs. Okay. Also, my album is out officially now. It's officially out. It is called Mostly Finger Guns, and you can get it on everything, basically. So
You hit number 1.
I did. I was number 1 on the tunes, which normally isn't too difficult, but that Ninja Sex Party group, the fucking Ninja Sex
These
Party.
fucking ninja sex
We
parties.
ran into one of those Ninja Sex Parties.
You're ruining everything.
They are actually very popular. So the fact that I beat them for at least that day I'm pretty proud of.
Yeah, take that, ninja sex
But
party.
thank you for everyone
Also,
who's
how
already
boring
purchased
would a
and
ninja
streamed it.
sex party be? At least we're quiet. Also,
Right.
you didn't know if you're having sex with anyone because you're all disappearing all the time.
That sounds pretty rapey, honestly.
does.
A
It
ninja
sounds
sex
really
party?
gross.
Yeah, sounds inappropriate. So let's overtake them again. Go ahead, keep buying the album and streaming it, and leave reviews. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. I have some Mostly Finger Guns t-shirts. We have some You're Great t-shirts. We got buttons, stuff like that. If you leave a review for the podcast or for my album, I will gladly send you something for free.
For free.
So just take
This
a
is full-on
screenshot.
blackmail at this point.
Take a screenshot of your review, and there you go. I'll send you
That's
something.
not blackmail. I don't know the definition of blackmail.
Yeah, I don't know the definition, but I'm pretty sure that's not
It's not blackmail.
giving someone free
No,
stuff.
It's like giving someone free stuff. That's a
I
nice
think
thing you're
that's
doing.
quid pro quo because it's I'll give you something if
Squid
you
pro
do
row.
something for me,
Mhm.
which normally means sexy stuff.
Oh,
But
no, Monica's not doing that, though.
I mean,
You're
I
just
do have underwear to sell if you want underwear.
Yeah, you can wear sexy stuff.
They're not really that
Or
sexy.
you could just wear a magnet over your junk.
A spider magnet over
Yeah,
your
you're
wiener.
covering the ween.
Oh, ew.
Hey, you know what else you can do this? If you want, let's do the plugs real quick. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Rate, review, subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Monica will give you something for free, as she said before. You can go to huglifepodcast.com or you can go to monicanevy.com, click on the Amazon banner, and then shop as you normally would. We get a little kickback from that. Then there's also patreon.com/huglifepodcast. $1 a month. You get an extra episode every single month. You also get all of the shit talking we do. You know what I mean? Naming names in the Petri dish. The episode for this month will be up, for October will be up in a couple days, just so everyone knows. So don't even worry about it. Everything's fine.
Yeah, we're good. Don't worry.
We have an Instagram at Hug Life Podcast.
Crazy.
It really has. We're recording this on election day. This is going to get cray-cray.
Right.
So, and then, as always, our wonderful artist, the greatest artist of all time, I would say. You know, that's like Da Vinci, Michelangelo, and then on top of those two old dudes, Danny Dodge.
Get these old dudes out of here.
Let's get him out of here.
Danny Dodge in your life. I'm so excited. I also moved into a new home over the weekend. It's been a very big week. And I have space finally to hang my Danny Dodge artwork.
Nice. StudioDodge.com or at Studio Dodge on Instagram. Support her. Love her. She's the best. Monica,
Yes.
do you have any lexical embraces?
I do have some lexical embraces.
I would like to hear yours first
Michael?
while I scramble to think of some. Go ahead.
Okay, well, we are recording this on election night, which is probably good.
Election night and the
so-
feelings right.
I wanted to lexically embrace anybody who did wait in line to vote or is waiting in line to vote still on Wednesday. When
Oh,
this is
yeah,
out.
you're a champion.
Yeah, I think that's, we hear these horror stories, but then people that don't leave that situation, you're the real heroes. You're the real
You really
heroes.
are. You're practicing your
So-
democratic duty.
Yeah.
I said duty.
I mean, what last week they were talking about people who waited for like 11 hours for the early voting stuff?
Yeah,
like,
it's
geez.
bananas. The system is broken, but the
by
more
far.
people that vote will help fix it.
Right. Somebody said that the other day. They were like, it's so interesting that, or, obviously they didn't say it in that tone. They were like, oh, isn't it funny how
It's good.
Democrats
Isn't
are
it
the only
funny?
ones who promote voting because that helps us, but Republicans don't. They want to suppress it, which is such an interesting thing.
It's so silly to me.
But-
The whole point of us is to be a representative democracy.
Right,
And it's
yeah.
like, no, don't vote
Nope.
because we'll lose.
I do think we didn't pay a whole lot of attention compared to now before this.
Oh, yeah, but
Even
it's
before Obama, probably.
I think it was 100 million votes,
early votes.
early votes
Yep.
already, which is broken. That's like over half of the total votes.
Yeah,
from
I mean, I
2016?
voted 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah, I did too.
I do
mailed mine in.
enjoy that part, and also, I like obviously right now it's a huge thing to like my grandparents not having to go to a polling place, but even before I wouldn't necessarily want my grandparents having to go and drive and stand in line and stuff
Yeah.
when they could mail it in. So I'm glad that we've been able to mail it in for so long, and I do think other states should be doing that. But
The fact that, because it's so easy.
it
It's
is so
easy to do
We're
mail-in
all
voting.
lazy. We get it. It's very easy
Mhm.
to just mail it in. That's why they call it phone it in,
Phoning it in.
mail it in. It's
Mailing
crazy.
it
Okay.
in.
And then second lexical embrace is being walking distance from something you like. So whether
Ooh.
that's a restaurant or a bar or a arcade, I don't know, a store of some sort. But yes, being walking distance. Obviously, most helpful when it's a place that serves alcohol, but because then you can safely, you can walk home instead of driving. I don't know how safe it is, but still. So being walking distance from stuff. Lovely restaurants very near my new house, and also close to 6th Ave.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm going to Lexical embrace watching people eat while you eat.
Okay, we need a little bit more of an explanation.
Okay. So, like, I like to turn on Food Network while I eat, and then they're eating while I'm eating.
Oh,
and it
I
feels
see.
like I'm at a dinner with some people.
That seems smarter in a sad way than watching people eat when you're not eating and hungry, because then it makes you, it's like that, you're not supposed to go shopping when you're hungry type of thing.
Yeah, I know.
You make more food than you need after watching something. What was that?
It was my phone.
Okay.
Disregard it.
Cool. It's fine. I don't.
Everything's fine. Yeah, but watching people eat while you eat. It's my favorite thing to do.
What an interesting, I guess it's, it's all food stuff.
Yeah, it's all food stuff, baby.
Anything else? I
I
mean, you don't have to. Don't feel pressure. I was just checking. Or did you have a weird one and now you feel weird?
No. I still feel weird because I really just haven't left the house that much this week because I've been really trying to like lock it down
Yeah. I think
and be
it's
more
done.
and be more home and saving money and chilling out. And so I've like binge watched a couple seasons of shows in one day, which is pretty nanners.
Like what?
Like all of Rick and Morty I watched yesterday, season 4.
Oh, I thought you meant like all of it. I was like,
Not all of
Jesus,
it, just
I don't even
season
know if
4.
you can.
And then there's a couple shows that are supposed like that Queen's Gambit is supposed to be really good.
Yeah, we started that. I did fall asleep, but it's
Chess.
well, the premise is very interesting.
I don't know the premise.
So she's very good at chess, but she's like an orphan that
An orphan girl.
then
having
ends
chess.
up having substance abuse issues. But when she's doing these, basically they hoard their medications, and then she will take a bunch of them and hallucinate how to play chess really well. So she's a very good chess player that happens to be an orphan who's also a drug addict, I guess.
So she goes on a chess vision quest.
Yeah, kind of. And so I've only really seen the first couple, but she just sits up in bed and stares at the ceiling, and she could see like the whole chessboard and like all these different. And then she starts beating the guy who's like teaching her how to play because she's
So good.
just on a fucking high,
Oh, I watched a documentary, that one about Egypt. It's like number 1 on Netflix right now, about Saqqara.
We haven't had the fucking internet, so
Oh, wow. Yeah, take that, internet.
fucking
That's good, too.
Comcast. Yeah, okay.
Find a tomb.
Good.
They find the most preserved tomb ever.
Interesting.
And there's like color on the walls. You don't think like color when you think of like an Egyptian tomb, but like it's like blues and reds and yellows all drawn on these walls of this tomb. Like that's what it looked like.
Huh.
It's just so well preserved. It's kind of bananas.
That is bananas.
It's nanners.
Nanners.
Yeah, but that's all my like school braces.
Those are pretty good. I enjoyed it. You ready for the next segment?
I'm ready.
Hey guys, good news.
Hey, welcome to the good news segment. It's me, Mike Coletta, coming at you live from Monica's new household. This is a local story. I only have one today.
Perfect.
But it's local.
That's
I thought we could
okay.
talk about it. Soto's Duwamish River is visibly healing.
Ooh,
So I didn't realize the Duwamish River and the Green River are one and the same. They like flow into each other.
that makes sense.
But the area where it like flows into the Seattle from Tukwila was like the most polluted place in the country at one point. Did you know that?
Yeah, because there's hookers' bodies in there.
That. But also toxins.
Sorry.
What did they say? They said,
So funny. Green River Killer joke. You guys know.
everyone knows. A local reference. Anybody? Is this thing on? I got fucked by a horse eating claw? Anything?
Anything. You guys know Ted Bundy? Anyways? Okay.
Local references. I'm trying to list things, find the list of everything they put. It's a big article, but they list like this like arsenic and mercury and all sorts of things at the bottom of the river that they've since cleaned up. And they used to like purposefully just dump chemicals into the river and not do anything. And now it's gotten to 2 to 3 accidents a year that they contain immediately. So the river is much cleaner, and it shows. Like there's like salmon are coming up at more.
Ooh.
When I was fishing it
Love salmon.
like a couple weeks ago, I saw a seal
In the river?
in the river. A harbor seal just swam up the river to go hang out and chill and eat salmon.
Can they do that?
Yeah, he's the only one that caught fish that day.
Good for wasn't you?
No one else did.
Maybe
Not
you
when
need
I was
to
around.
be more like a seal.
I thought about it. Thought about munching on some salmon with my mouth.
Your mouth.
But yeah, that was a
Not
nice
with
story
your
because it's local.
butt.
Butt munch.
You're gonna butt munch some salmon.
Butt munch was a great insult.
Doesn't that mean like what is that? It means you are eating butt. Maybe that's why
A
everyone's
butt muncher? Yeah, it means you're
butts
eating
now,
butts.
because everyone was called a butt muncher then.
Millennials, yeah.
And so at some point, some dude was like, "Yeah, so
I'm
what?
gonna own it.
Yeah,
Nom nom nom
I'm
nom
gonna
nom.
take this back." Yeah,
Is that how people eat? Nom 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 nom.
I don't know. I mean, I would never mind. You know what? It's not.
What if it was like?
It's we tend to use the word eating
It's not good.
when it's not really what you're doing.
No.
Think about
I just think it'd be
or
funny.
even so people say S&D, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're not really sucking anything, you know what I mean?
No,
Yeah, and you're not eating a box, really.
it'd be funny if it was some girl was like,
so you're probably not eating ass.
eat my box, and this guy goes like, okay, nom 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 nom. Just makes a noise. Cartoonish noises.
Yum, yum,
Nom, 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 mm. And he comes up, he's like, it's a little too sour for my taste. And he's just doing like a Food Network
It's just-
description of it.
Good sponge.
Great bake, good sponge, quite scrammy. It's underproved. I've been watching that too.
Oh, good.
There's a new one of those. Every week they have a new Great British Baking Show, and Katie and I are watching it together.
Oh, it's every week now.
Yeah, it's like
They
they
do
release it
like
like
they
a shit. Oh,
release
and
it.
Mandalorian came back.
Oh, right. Yes. Did you watch
The first
any of
episode
that?
on Friday, yeah.
Okay.
I watch all of it.
Good deal. Yeah,
I'm the
you've been on it.
I'm the best TV watcher.
Anyways, the river is better.
Yeah, the river's way better.
That's great news.
Hey, you know what, listeners? What I want you to do tonight is your lover asks you to pleasure them orally. Go down there and be like, nom 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 nom
No. You told me to eat it. Nom, nom, nom,
nom
nom.
nom 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 nom.
Oh, gross. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty
It also
gross.
seems dangerous.
It
Don't-
does.
Don't bite.
The whole thing about it seems precarious.
Yeah, that part, yeah. Did you know people poop out of there? Probably
Out of
not a
their
good- great
butts?
idea, yeah.
Yeah, bad news comes out of there.
Putting their mouths on each other's
If
butts.
this is a good news segment, a butthole is a bad news
Bad
segment.
news segment. Butthole talk. That's what we like to call the bad news segment.
In college, there was this
Bad news butts.
There's this. We would watch porn bloopers all the time in college, and there was this one where this guy was like, it was like starting to anal sex, and the girl's like, "But I pooped from there," and I just found that the funniest line in the entire thing.
And that's hilarious because she was like, I'm going to say this is going to be funny.
Yeah,
And it is funny. She
and
was
it's
right.
very
Yeah.
funny. It's very comedic.
Yeah, nice. I like a porn star with good timing. What do you need, buddy? Mm-hmm. Oh, uh-oh. Okay. Do we need to pause and I can come help you?
Yeah, let's pause it. You just leave it running.
Okay.
Leave it running.
You
I'll
can
fix
cut
it.
it out.
Yeah, and I can cut it out. That's actually easier that way than like me putting files together. Yeah, it's actually really easy for me to cut it out when it's just like when we just leave it on. So I'm finding there's like interruptions. I always tell like Tyler to just leave yours recording because I can. It's easier to just cut something out than to put two pieces of audio.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
together.
He was just creeping down the stairs and I was like, yeah, he's just going to stand there and stare at us until I say something. So
And right in time for butt munch talk.
I know. I was good. How long have you been there? All right. And we're
In
back.
3, 2, 1.
Hey.
And we're live again. You need to end the segment.
Oh, hey guys, that was good news.
Perfect.
That
It's
would
like
be
total seamless transition. Seamless transitioning.
Let's see if you forget to edit it out, and then we just have this whole.
There's a very good chance. Very good chance. Okay, I actually had a positive spin that I didn't want to tell you about because I wanted to surprise you.
Okay.
Are you excited?
What? That's so sweet of
A
you.
little surprise?
Yeah.
My positive spin today is purposefully staying out of touch with current events. I don't want to look at any voting things. I'm going to try my hardest to not look at any voting things until maybe like really late tonight.
I mean, yeah, because like what? Right now would be when the first few polls
First things are
close.
coming in.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's, I think you are 100% correct in doing that because just for the stress factor, or basically it's not changing anything. You know what I mean? Like, if we looked at it now versus looking at it later, it's still going to be the same, or you're not going to have much information. It doesn't make you feel better in any way. You know what I mean?
Because I mean, obviously you want to be the person that's like all in touch all the time and like staying on Twitter and looking at all that and like tweeting funny things out. But at the same time, it's like, it's not worth the stress.
Well, and right now it's just so much darker. It's just so much different than
we are in the darkest timeline.
Being in, up to date before was so much different than it is now, just because it is so dark. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
He's behind the wall. I'm not sure why. It's just a lot different. And I guess it would just add to your stress. Before it would be like not embarrassing, but like if you're uninformed in the past, you felt kind of like, oh, I'm not as smart or I don't know as much or something. You know what I mean? But now it's like if you are super informed, you're just a stress case and probably not stable mentally.
Yeah.
It's
like you're going to turn yourself into a monster if you keep following along with all this stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And I've seen it happen to my friends, like my friends that have gotten way too into it, where I'm like, you need to pull away, man. Like you're going.
Right.
There's some comics I know
break.
that have done a serious heel turn because they did not pull away.
Well, and
they will be named on the Petri dish.
Let's do it. I'll write that
You
down.
write that down.
Remember. Comics that heel turned.
Comics that heel turned. Welcome back to Comics that heel turned.
Well,
podcast that heel turning comics.
That's the same thing. Like I don't necessarily condone silence and how you're complicit in negative behavior by not saying anything, but there's a threshold. I feel like even if you're fighting for your own rights, as I would be, it's overwhelming for you to constantly think about the fact that you may have your rights taken away.
Yeah.
And so then you're just thinking about that even more and more, and it just stresses you, and you can't really enjoy any other parts of life while we still have it. It's just it's so weird. So I mean, that's a very almost being unintentionally uninformed.
Intentionally uninformed.
I'm sorry. Yes, intentionally uninformed. Too many uns.
Too many uns.
Intentionally uninformed. You're just like, I don't want to know. I don't want to. It's like, so if you were helping someone move on a Sunday and you were recording the football game and you didn't want anybody to tell you what happened, it's kind of like that. Like, just don't tell me. I'll see it later. I'll watch it. I want to have my own experience with it.
I know people that TiVo games and
My
stay
parents
off
do
the internet
if,
and watch them.
If they need to, if important things like golf are happening. So
That made me laugh so hard. We were moving and I'm like, oh, you golfed on Halloween? He's like, it's Saturday. I golf on every Saturday. I'm like, all right, Ron.
Yeah.
Good on ya.
Him and the towel trick. He's just
not afraid of golf.
Full of surprises.
This man is not afraid of golfing.
Mm-mm. I mean, honestly, he's golfed in the snow before.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know. I thought they would shut it down if it was snowing.
No, they rarely shut golf courses down. People just don't go for whatever reasons. But yeah, like they're just less busy now in the rain. But I've actually never been taken off a course unless it was for a competition. So you can play through stagnant water. It's just not
fun.
Yeah, and not. So yeah, when we had like matches, if it got too crazy, then they would stop us. But that only happened a couple times. I mean, I golfed in the Pacific Northwest in the fall. That's when our season was. And I golfed in the rain pretty much every single time. So that's why we played winter rules, clean in place.
Clean in place?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
That means if your ball gets plugged in the mud, then you can mark it and clean it and then put it where it's not in a hole anymore. So you don't have to hit somehow out of the mud. Yeah. And you can, like, if there's like stuff, clean in place.
Clean in place.
It's pretty good. And they change the rules a lot, but that is winter rules. Okay, anyways.
I feel like we did a good job talking about that, though.
We did. It seems pretty positive. Like, I understand.
It's a good thing, I think.
I think things are changing, too, where it's like, yeah, information is just too accessible and misinformation is too accessible. And it can it can really affect your mental health. Also,
I'm not saying don't be informed. I'm saying inform yourself, but then don't sit there and look at it when it's like 3 a.m. and I'm looking at Twitter and I just refresh it over and over again. Nothing's changing.
Right.
Just get off of there.
Well, and then, I mean, like some of it too is like, yeah, we are concerned about certain things, but we don't need to be laying in the bed with your partner in the morning and the first thing you say is, oh my God, did you see what happened? Did you see who is on the Supreme Court now or whatever? Did you see they're already attacking the fact that we can get married or not? You're like, oh, maybe we wait until noon to have that conversation.
Yeah, wait till noon.
Like, doesn't need your start.
This might be a nooner, this conversation. What do you guys think? Is this a nooner?
Yeah. So I think don't feel any sort of remorse or feel bad in any way if you just decide I don't want to pay attention right now. I think you're allowed to do that. I also, unfortunately, think this, even if either person wins by a lot, I don't think it's going to be quiet afterwards. No. So there's still going to be more shit to pay attention to.
Yeah.
That maybe we should take a break from, I think.
I mean, someone tweeted it's been the morning of November 3rd for the last 15 days in a row. And I'm like, yeah, it's true.
No,
it's like,
absolutely.
why are we...
I feel like it's been the morning of November 1st for the last 4 years.
No, he never stopped campaigning. No. The whole time was the campaign. It was...
Well, because I don't think even he believes that he should be in there. But yeah, whatever.
Oh, my God. No, there was a news thing today on the podcast I listened to in the morning, the news one. They're like, he was talking about how they're going to win, but then he would also say weird sentences that were like, trying to make it okay if he lost.
It's like the psyche of a child a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where you go, it's like this confidence that doesn't really come from anything because he's just been told that he's supposed to be good at it. He's supposed to get what he wants, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And then you go, well, it's just excuses is all it is. And that's what like little kids do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're like, well, I'm the best, except...
I'm the best.
Well, I tweeted that last week, where I was just like, things I say to the government or a 7-year-old is if you're going to change the rules right before just so you win, I'm not going to play with you anymore. And that's like 100% how 7-year-olds are.
Yeah.
Just being like...
I'm not going to play with you anymore.
Yeah. Well, no, but they're like, oh, you can't... I said you can't go that way, or that part. I'm safe right here. You know, like those things where they yell at while
changing
you're playing.
The rules.
You're like,
no, that's lava.
You have to make the rules in the beginning, and that is it.
It's been lava the whole time. You didn't know it was lava? What are you dumb?
Yeah. No, that's lava.
It's lava. It's not lava.
I get a lot of
lava,
this. Where,
not
like,
lava. That's the real question.
You're winning a race, foot race,
mm-hmm.
and then they'll just turn around and be like, actually, we have to go back. And sometimes if I got enough energy, I will still beat them all the way back to the other side, too. I'll be like, go ahead, try to fucking change the rules.
And you kick them in the shins.
And then I walk away and I'm like, motherfucker, keep trying to cheat. God damn.
And then I walk away and there's explosions in the background. Yeah. And I'm putting sunglasses
on.
And
I'm like, pew, pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
And then I just get in a limo that drives up and leave the child at the park by himself.
And Monica's policy is all child's left behind.
All child's left behind. Motherfucking cheating child's left behind. Vote for me. No.
Do you have a top 5 turnaround?
I do have a top 5 turnaround.
Sorry, I got really excited about it.
Nothing to do with anything. Maybe just in case. No, most of these are good. But I mean, as far as like knowing what they are.
Full disclosure, listeners, I'm having minor internet problems.
Oh,
that's why
I'm sure there are major internet problems. I don't have the internet. But
our ability to look stuff up has been greatly hindered.
Okay. Well, my phone. Anyways, okay. So these are the top 5 worst meats.
Meats.
Yes, I think that the list I found is usually, I think they're talking about health-wise, maybe like more of a from a
like
nutritious.
For you. These are the worst meats for you.
But I would think if you had the tendency to look into what's in your meats, this might also fall in that category, like grossest mixture of meats, maybe. You know what I mean?
Gross meat mixtures, into it.
Ready? 5 worst gross meat mixtures. Okay, number 1 is bologna.
I fucking love bologna.
Really?
I love bologna. I have no shame. I ate bologna growing up. I don't eat it anymore. I still kind of wish we had some in the house.
I never really liked it. I don't like the taste of it though. But
I love bologna.
It's funny because anything that really bothers me, especially meats wise, it's not because it's like gross. Like when we were kids, there was this whole thing, and this is the second one, so of course I'm ruining it. But where hot dogs, they were like, "Do you know what's in hot dogs? It's just this," and I'm like, "Yeah, that doesn't bother me. Like it just doesn't." It doesn't change what it is. So I don't even know what bologna is, honestly. But
it's like a mix of like pork and something else. But it's
just like the parts they don't.
Yeah, it's like the trimming stuff. Yeah. But which I'm like, hey, you know what? Other countries eat this. We're just really weird about it as a country.
Do you like it fried? Do you like it hot? Like on a hot sandwich?
I'll eat a hot bologna, yeah. Okay. There's actually a cold cut sandwich at this place called Acropolis in Kirkland. I think it has bologna on it.
Nice.
I like it. I mean, also... bologna, rarely do meats have a song.
That's true. That is true.
My bologna has a first name.
Yeah, I've never heard a roast beef song.
Yeah. Where are you at, steak? Where's your song? My steak has a first name. No, it's stupid.
So. My steak has a first name and it's Karen.
Yes, steak is the Karen of meat.
It's the Karen of meat.
I'd say.
She's very high on her horse.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 2 is hot dogs. So classically. And now there's some different variations of like turkey dogs and whatever.
Positive. We're talking chicken, pork, beef, hot dog that you
I'm
get in the
talking
store.
like bottom of the barrel mixed it in there.
The reason that these are so great is how often do you have that hand accessible of a meat?
That is a very good point.
It's very portable.
Yes, and
it has its own bun.
The corn dog too. What an incredible invention.
Mm-hmm.
I do love a corn dog.
Corn dogs are great. Those crusty pups at the fair. Oh, get out of here.
I'm gonna have a little bit of a hard time because again, the mixtures don't really bother me. But yeah,
I'll eat it.
No one's putting chicken breast on a stick, so
yeah,
fuck you.
And I've had like the all beef hot dogs.
Yeah,
and they're fine. They're good. But there's something about
there is a different taste
that
I don't know what it is.
I want that weird hot dog. I want that cheap weird hot dog that's gonna give me cancer.
There's this place called Flippin' Out. It's close. It's like a burger place, but they also have hot dogs. But it's like walk-in order from a window that looks scary and has plastic all over it right now.
It's really good.
But yeah, definitely. But you're like, I don't know where you got this meat, but I don't care.
That was my other lexical embrace. There's a really good local fast food place near me that has chicken wings. Their chicken wings are good.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah,
a fast food place.
It's a local fast food. It's called Mike's Burger.
Oh hey, are you plugging your own restaurant?
No,
here?
I wish I had my own restaurant though. And they make chicken wings and they're really good.
That's funny.
The only problem is the ranch is not that great, but that's a solvable
sometimes
problem.
An issue, yes.
So
okay, number 3 is mortadella. Have you ever? I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Mortadella.
It is. They actually kind of.
I got internet now. I'm going to Google it.
The only reason I know what this is, because it is kind of like bologna, is from like
mortadella meat,
like Iron Chef. So they'll make it like an ingredient because it's kind of hard.
It's a large Italian sausage or luncheon meat made of finely hashed or ground heat-cured pork, which incorporates at least 15% small cubes of pork fat.
Yeah, so it looks like bologna, but with these like squares of fat.
This would be great for like frying because it's got fat.
Yeah,
in it.
I'm sure it would taste.
It's probably
like
really good.
Bacon.
It seems like a hot pork treat.
Yeah, that would make sense. You would do
so you make a hot sandwich with it.
Hot sandwich.
Yeah.
All right. I know this is maybe rude, but number 4 is chicken nuggets.
Oh, chicken nuggets.
I think mostly because that's not what chicken's supposed
Positive
to look like.
spins of chicken nuggets. You ready?
What were we gonna say?
They can be dinosaur shaped.
Oh.
I just always call them dino nuggets at this point now.
We have some.
They can be dinosaur shaped. That's 1 plus.
Okay.
2, the variety of dipping sauces for chicken nuggets is out of this world.
That is a really good point.
Out
I
of
do
this
love
world.
a solid dipping sauce for chicken nuggets.
Also, Burger King, their chicken nuggets are $1.50 for 10. Get out of here.
Okay,
you trying to ball on a budget?
Yeah, you're just trying to. That's just financially responsible.
Yeah,
honestly.
at that point, you're just saving money.
You're
It's like they're
chicken
giving them away.
nuggets. That's just. You're just being responsible.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 5.
Also very shareable chicken nuggets.
Which my dad used to eat this all the time, but corned beef.
Corned beef?
Yeah, which I never really.
I love corned beef.
Ate, but he would like straight up out of the can corned beef hash. Like that's what he would eat every Saturday morning for breakfast.
Dude, corned beef is good. You've never had it?
I hated it. I didn't know why. I've tried it before, but when he would make it, and maybe it's just because.
My mom would make corned beef every once in a while. Like once a year, she would make it when we were like kids, and it was really good. Cabbage, corned beef, and cabbage. It's good stuff. Some mashed potatoes in there, and then you get leftovers. Make a sandwich out of it.
We never had it for dinner.
I fucks with it.
I wonder if maybe my mom didn't like it either.
Maybe
because she loves.
It definitely has a different taste
potatoes,
to like your normal typical beef thing.
I don't even know what that means. Corned beef.
I think what they do, it's like a season or a brine they put it in.
Oh.
That makes it corned beef, and then so it's like a little bit. It's salt cured brisket.
Okay, which sounds like it shouldn't be bad, but then it's like in a can. That doesn't sound good, but I don't know. You can get a lot of stuff in a can that you don't really think about normally.
Do you like Spam?
I do. I have some in the fridge.
I like Spam.
I like Spam, and I was surprised I didn't see that on here, but it kind of
Spam
falls in the
musabi?
same like. Yeah, I make it all the time here for myself.
I fucks with Spam.
Yeah. it's delicious, but I am the only one. Also the only one who likes seaweed in the home, and so they get very upset when I make it.
I get it.
So I make it when I'm alone.
I think I'm alone now. Gonna make seaweed by myself.
Make seaweed, make musubi. So
You
it's
go
got
to
all
the
of them in there.
ocean, and Monica gets a bucket of seaweed and brings it home, and then she dries it out for 18 hours. Then puts it in the oven when no one is around.
I mean, we've all maybe considered some different activities during lockdown time.
You dry and eat your own seaweed.
I would do that. I would for sure do that. I would also, I've looked into maybe, canning some vegetables. That would be a thing.
We did that. Well, when I say we, I mean Katie did that. Katie did that for a bit.
I really want to try to make my own beef jerky.
You gotta get a smoker, right?
No, you dry it out.
Oh.
It's not smoked. It's dried. But yeah, I mean,
you can
it's
do a
quite
smoker. You can make it
process.
with a smoker too.
I'm sure you can, but it would taste like smoke.
Yeah, I've become obsessed with grilling after I got my free grill, and now I want to buy like a nice smoker. And my brother's got one. We're in kind of a smoke off right now, grill off kind of deal.
I've seen, there's quite a bit of, my cousin
And
has
Casey
a smoker.
McLean's inspiring.
Yeah, my cousin Troy has a smoker, and anybody with one will send you way more pictures than you really want to see.
That's all I want to see. That's all I want to see from people.
It's okay. Maybe we should positive spin that next time. Seeing other people's stuff that you can't make because you can't smoke it if you don't have a smoker. But also, one of my good friends owns a company in Atlanta where he comes to your house and makes sushi for you there. Like it's like a home.
Ooh.
Yeah. But his Instagram is just like these amazing sushi rolls. And you're like, I'm
Want to kill you.
Excited looking at it, but I can't. And he's in Atlanta too. It's not like I can just have him come over and order, have him
You
work
got
for
out
us.
of the ATL.
Yeah. Which we could do eventually, but not now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so looking at, maybe we should positive spin that next time. Just looking at other foods that you cannot have.
That's a good one. Did you write it down?
I will write it down now.
Write it down right now. I think I nailed that top 5. I know a lot about meat, though.
You did great. I know. This is why we... Okay, should we take a quiz?
Meat expert. Yeah, let's do the quiz. The quiz today is which Starbucks... Yeah, this is a branded quiz. Drink matches your personality. And it's based on travel decisions because that makes the most sense.
I mean, yeah.
So where's your happy place, Monica? You got 2 options, the beach or the mountains.
Oh, this is tough. I'm going to have... Oh, I like them both. Shit. I'm going to go mountains.
You're going to go mountains. Okay. I am going to go with mountains as well.
Okay. That's okay.
Where would you rather travel to? Paris, Sydney, Los Angeles, or Rome? I'm leaning Rome.
That's pretty good. I'm going to go Sydney.
You're going to go Sydney?
Which I know that counteracts the whole
My favorite
mountain
part
thing,
about
but
this is whenever we get Los Angeles on a quiz, we just don't say yes.
why would you end up there? It's not-
Pick
yeah.
a way to travel.
Okay.
Airplane, train, car, boat.
Easy. Train.
Train's a good one. I'm going to say boat because you picked train.
Okay. Boat's good too, though.
Which house would you rather live in? And these are your options.
Oh, good. Oh, a big
Like
country,
a big country
a tiny
house?
shack, a beach home, and then a huge mansion with towers and shit. That's just too.
Too much?
Yeah. Well, and having an actual house now, I'm like, you gotta clean it and stuff.
A lot of cleaning.
I'm gonna go with that beach one.
You're going to go with the beach, the shanty, if you will.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm going to go with the... Oh, wait, the little one? Or the beach, the one on...
No, the one that's right on the beach.
I fixed it. I'm going to go with the country cottage one, the first one.
Okay.
Last question.
All right.
Who will you go to with all these places? Your significant other, your best friend forever, or best fucking friend. You want to
Your best fucking
your
friend.
pet or your family?
Your pet.
Taking Delilah the cat on the town.
I'm gonna say family.
We're gonna
Because that would include the significant other and the rest of my fun family.
I'm going to go with my SO.
Lucky her.
So the first time I took this quiz, I got your answer.
Oh.
And your answer is an iced vanilla latte.
Okay, that's not
You're
too
sweet
bad.
and get along with mostly everyone.
That's it.
That's what it is.
That does fit you, I feel like, more than me.
Well, this time I got a strawberry refresher.
Oh, shit.
You're a breath of fresh air and quite sweet. Get that out of here. What are you guys doing? Is this broken? Loving it.
My God. I'm loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Nailed it. Gosh,
man.
what a great day. Was it weird seeing me in person, Monica? Do you feel weird about it?
it's honestly, it was kind of weird doing the podcast in person, but I feel rejuvenated a bit. It felt good.
Rejuved.
It felt nice.
I feel rejuved.
Yeah, it was good. And
charity this week is go help someone you love.
Yeah, and if you voted, let's keep in mind what voting in general. How to help more people vote, I guess. And
if you have someone in your life that's being all weird during this, go out and reach out to them.
Yeah, maybe do that. That's the charity here. Just reach out to someone that you haven't talked to in a while that may be overstimulating themselves during this time, paying too much attention, like we said.
Don't overstimulate yourself.
Yeah, call them and be like, hey, stop paying attention to shit.
Miss you. Miss you. Okay, bye. All right, Monica. First question. If you had a flying carpet a la Aladdin, where would you go first on your flying carpet? This is an important question. She's laughing at the question, which seems odd.
Yeah, not the question. I don't know why.
My question? My answer?
Just like if I was going to quickly answer, and I don't like what are those tests when they try to make you think association? I was just going to say to the bathroom, but then it didn't make any.
Fly me to the bathroom.
What's your answer?
I'm gonna go through a drive-through on a magic carpet.
No, okay, I was thinking that too. I was like McDonald's.
I would go through like a Panda Express drive-through, just sitting on a magic carpet.
I mean, I would go to someone's. I would go to your house and be like, "Look at my fucking carpet."
Yeah, you gotta rub it in.
Yeah,
that's a good way to do
for
it.
Sure. Be like, check this out.
All right, what do you want to say to the listener before we go?
Oh, I love you so much.